Teri is thinking of getting a tattoo. I head back to the gym and I scooter around with a friend in Lower Tumon in Guam. I got me an e-scooter. Stick around. Before we left the Philippines, Teri was determined to get her eyebrows tattooed or microbladed, and she found a salon to get it done.
High gloss?
It's like a
red.
highfalutin. Is it highfalutin?
Highfalutin.
You think so?
Yeah, big time. This is a highfalutin nail salon. And I can't decide color of my toenail polish. High gloss. I think I'll go with high gloss. What do you think, hon? High gloss?
She was always hesitant because she's always heard that it's painful. Not only did she get through it okay, now she wants a real tattoo.
New eyebrow.
New eyebrows.
Yeah. New look.
She's gonna do it. I think she's gonna do it this time. Been talking about it for years.
So back here in Guam, we contacted Tattoo Shauna and arranged for a tattoo consult. Teri told her about her ideas, and Shauna later presented her with a design, and Teri liked it. Now her next visit will be for the inking, and there's no backing out now. I've always said that the good thing about Guam is the food, and the bad thing about Guam is the food. Guam is a great place to be if you like to eat, and it's also a bad place to be for that very same reason. Guam's diabetes prevalence rate is at 14.7% compared to the U.S. rate of 10.8%. Culturally speaking, the island is surrounded by food. If we're happy, we serve food. If we're thankful, we serve food. If we're sad, we serve food. And rice, copious amounts of rice, is likely the root of the problem.
Can't beat it.
And that leads me to the gym, where I occasionally wind up trying to battle the bulge. This time I seem to be making some progress with some serious fasting as part of my plan to bring the beach body back. I mean, summer is approaching fast. Part of my weight loss plan included the purchase of an e-scooter. In a previous video, some of you might remember when I visited a friend and he let me drive his e-scooter. Well, from that day on, I was hooked.
I think I like this one here the best.
So the kid model.
Yeah, that model right there.
Now, I know some of you are probably thinking, how in the world will riding a scooter help with weight loss? If any of you are familiar with motocross riding, you will know that it is one of the most physically demanding sports that there are. Back during my youthful days here on Guam, I used to take to the motocross track with my motorcycle for fun, and I can attest to the physical workout that it required. Riding an e-scooter is similar to motocross riding, although to a lesser degree, in the sense that the entire body is put to use as required for balancing. I can also attest to feeling pretty worn out after riding the scooter for a couple hours, as it requires constant use of the legs, abdomen, shoulders, and arms, as required for balancing, and for avoiding obstacles and tourists. So now, I have yet another activity to add to my don't buy a couch war chest, and I just have to figure out how to squeeze it all in. I'll just have to make another trip to the beach and meditate on it some. Won't you stick around a little longer and come along with me on my first scooter ride through Guam's main tourist district of Tumon Bay. Hope you enjoy.
Where's your tanks? Your tanks.
Tanks?
You gonna go diving with the ladies?
Oh, heck, if I had tanks.
It was halfway through our ride when we ran up on a few local boys who rented scooters at one of the local hotels, the Dusit Tani. After chatting for a while and comparing scooter specs like a bunch of gearheads, we parted ways. We also learned that the Pacific Island Club also has the same scooters for rent. You can rent and drop off scooters in either place. The rate for the scooter rental is 20 cents per minute.
I almost died on this beach one time. Me and a friend snorkeled out that direction.
Yeah.
Just about as the tide was, it was slack tide, and then we spent about an hour going north. Turned around, another hour coming back. And by the time we got back, the breakers were like 3 times bigger than that.
Actually, they were more like this.
And we had a really hard time getting across the reef. And I thought I was going to die that day, but I didn't. I'm here to tell the story.
After about a 2-hour ride, it was time for some liquid refreshment, so we stopped in at one of my favorite Japanese restaurants, Yokozuna, for a cold beer. Only one, mind you. Don't forget, I'm still working on that beach bod.